94 for 7 is where the Lucknow team was, and guess where they've reached? 167 in their 20 overs. Harshit, even though is the closest in terms of prediction, yet shaking his head. I mean, on a day you get your prediction of score right, you should be happy. Even that day you are unhappy.
Because when you have a team at 94 for 7, you've got no business giving away 70 odd runs at the end, ensuring that there's a 73 run 8th wicket stand. That too, again, I didn't like the fact that once you had those wickets in hand, it was as if there were runs given on a buffet to both the batters. The captaincy was found wanting. The bowlers as well took things for granted. I wasn't happy with the attitude over there. It looked like, yes, Delhi had their tails up, especially till the time Kuldeep had the ball in his hand. But after that, the approach, the callous effort in the field, catch being dropped towards the end.
Elaborate one by one.
Everything put together.
Elaborate one by one. You have listed many problems. And for a change, I will agree. There are lots of things. One you said, captaincy. One you said is the attitude.
Yes.
And so give us a few examples.
I'll give one for captaincy and attitude. Two birds, one stone. When Rishabh Pant was asking one of his fielders, "Main review le lu," and he made this sign, which the umpire correctly interpreted to mean he is asking for a review. So he took the review. Pant says nothing until the review is proven wrong, and then goes to the umpire and starts arguing, saying, "I wasn't taking a review." Why were you making this sign?
That's instance number one. Instance number two then being, Rishabh not being happy, let's say. And yes, those grouses that he had with his bowlers, let's especially remember it was, I think, the 15th or the 16th over that Khalil was bowling and he wasn't bowling. And he wasn't bowling to the field. Rishabh wasn't happy. Again, this is something that we pointed with Rohit Sharma as well, when those reactions of Rohit Sharma not being happy as the Indian captain, those comparisons were being made between Rohit Sharma, the Mumbai Indians captain, who would always, have a smile on his face or not be as angry, let's say, as he used to be then with the Indian team. There were those comparisons being made because that Rohit's losing it and this and that.
So your problem today is with Pant's captaincy or his behavior?
And let me add to that. And then again, with him losing his calm with himself and his players, I felt the body language. You can't be chiding your players on the field the way that he was.
That's not bad captaincy.
Chiding the way, and then he gives away the overthrow as well. See,
so
again, it was on him as well. Yes, the players are to be blamed for losing their lines and being callous towards the end, taking things for granted, having a team at 94 for 7, but giving away that overthrow again. You've got to get your act together as well before you say anything to anyone else.
No, but that's the problem with Rishabh, the wicketkeeper, giving away those runs. Then there is the Rishabh. Different captains react differently. What is the issue with captaincy?
Well, I mean, there won't be any issues with captaincy, at least for the next game. Who's Delhi's next captain going to be then for one game? Surely Rishabh is copying a ban, right? Third straight game, the over rate has been woeful.
Yeah.
But
he's got 2 warnings.
He's not. Yes, but it doesn't matter. I have seen this in the past in the IPL. Ideally, by the rule book, you are right.
Yeah, ideally he should be. If he doesn't, it's a big joke.
But it does not happen. It does not happen in the IPL. I can think of so many captains who've done it 3 times in a row. It does not happen. They do not for the overhead. Yes, if it was a disciplinary thing or something, that's another matter. In the IPL, this is a farce.
But
these rules are a farce.
He should at least be then for admonishing the umpire when he's asking for a review.
That maybe, but even for that, nobody, and including the BCCI, ever risks banning a captain, which is sad. They should.
The
rules are for a reason, but nobody bothers.
Every review takes a minimum of 4 to 5 minutes. Minimum. Now,
it's not the captain's fault.
It's not the captain's fault. So, by about 9:22 or 9:23 we went live, isn't it? By that time, if you look at it, it was 1 hour and 53 minutes. The overs were bowled.
Terrible.
That was 113 minutes, which indicates that Pant will not get a ban because the time taken for each decision and that appeal.
No. But okay, the reviews are a problem. I agree. they're taking too much time. But even then, captains are being very slack, and you can't blame it just on the reviews.
Yeah.
Overall, you're not finishing your overs in time. At best, what will they do? 12 lakh fine
Yes.
on each captain that they put.
Drop
24 lakh.
That is
Yeah.
it. They keep paying the fine. The captains don't mind parting with that money that to a franchise pays on most occasions. It's done, dusted, no worries at all. The fact is that multiple times that you have made this mistake, multiple warnings, you should be banned. That's what the rule says. But nobody has the courage to do it, and he will not be banned.
It won't
That's
be
another matter altogether. Debate altogether. Today it's the day of Delhi. Well, not today, actually. Most
Every
days
day
are
is
the
a day of analyzing
Delhi.
Delhi's rules.
So one is captaincy, one is the attitude. Please explain, where did you find the attitude of the players? Where were they taking it for granted? And you have all the right to be as an aggrieved Delhi fan.
No,
Tell me.
the
Khalil's attitude, Kuldeep's attitude, Ishant's attitude.
Kuldeep's
Who?
attitude.
the entire bunch put together again, especially the bowling unit once again. I got a feeling today that there was an over reliance on Kuldeep. They were all very happy that Kuldeep's back. He delivered the goods, and after which everyone was like, "Chalo yaar, now things are done, and our things been covered by Kuldeep." They forgot that they also had to bowl their quota of overs, and when it came to them bowling their quota of overs, when the fielders plays on the leg side, the ball's being bowled to wide outside off. There's nothing.
Khalil, Kuldeep.
Khalil was bowling too
Where is the
short when the field was set.
That is why he's a Delhi fan. He's stuttering just as the bowlers were today.
And you've got more reason to worry, not just Delhi Capitals, but for India also.
Oh yes, Kuldeep Yadav was
Kuldeep.
walking off
And
the
towards
field.
the end, that
Holding his
camera,
groin.
yes, he had his hand on his groin.
Did not look good.
Is he playing again the next game? I don't know.
Have they rushed him back in for this? Now, if there is a bigger complication,
See, even
Then I'm
before
gonna, anything happens to Team India, to the men in blue,
सीधा दिल्ली पे हमला.
Delhi pe hum.
Yes,
Delhi Capitals.
exactly. I mean,
First, somebody should tell them anyway you stand no chance of making.
Also, if you're talking about captaincy, we kept talking of Jake Fraser McGurk can bowl off leg spin. Where the hell was he?
Yeah.
it's a mystery.
On
That's-
a day where the pitch is assisting the spinner.
And Kuldeep will be testament to that. Aksar also 8 overs for 46, 8 overs 46 for 3, and yet you didn't get a part timer who could have probably not allowed Mukesh Kumar to bowl his full
He's
quota.
not a part-timer. That's the thing. He's not even a part-timer. He's a proper all-rounder. Part-timer would be like what a Badoni is,
Yeah.
or a Deepak Hooda. He's a proper all-rounder.
And
this man.
today, past karma of Delhi, you should treat your former players well also. Ayush Badoni, a Delhi guy, hurts Delhi Capitals.
But he's never really played for Delhi
But
Capitals.
still,
Yeah.
He's part of the Delhi team in domestic.
he was never given a serious consideration. You got in a Yash Dhul instead.
Listen, let's be very fair. It's not just Ayush Badoni. Any cricketer who makes it from the Delhi circuit is making it very much in spite of the system.
Yes.
Not because of it. In fact, I find it funny that you have, like, if you're looking at, so you've got a Badoni, a Yash Dhul who also came through. Look at the pacers. A Mayank is a Delhi lad. Harshad Rana is a Delhi lad. There is so much talent.
Nitish Rana.
Nitish Rana.
Nitish Rana. There is
He's
talent
injured at the
teaming.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's talent teaming. And all that in spite of that. By the way, Nitish Rana is now playing his domestic cricket for
Virat
UP.
Kohli,
Yeah.
He's now playing his domestic cricket for
yeah.
UP. He
Virat
fought with
Kohli,
But he's captain the Delhi
Shikhar
side.
Dhawan,
Up till
Shikhar
last season.
Yes, he's captain.
Ishant also.
Shekhar Diwan.
Shekhar
Shekhar
Diwan.
Diwan.
Yes. So
Virat
see,
Kohli.
Koloi to. I mean, there is a very mean meme that's going around.
We only started that.
Yeah, we did. No, it was there even. They are also highlighted on social media. Some social media reactions
I'll
of Virat
take credit
Kohli.
for it.
Of course. It's a very mean meme.
No, but apart from all the problems with Delhi aside, kudos to Ayush Badoni. Now 2 matches in a row he stepped up.
Oh yeah.
Didn't have a great start to the tournament, and again he's a top order batter who's actually batting out of position.
Yes.
This is a position where we said that he may not be too comfortable batting in. You're batting him in at number 6. Not really ideal, but he is doing, and once again, in the circumstances, 55 of 35 worth their weight in gold. And who would have thought Arshad Khan? We said that LSG batting was finishing at Krunal Pandya.
No.
Arshad steps up.
So actually,
Pretty certain Ricky Bhui would have caught that ball for sure.
Yeah,
which
but
Prithvi
he
shot,
would have
right?
got runs. Prithvi got you runs.
Yeah. I
also,
mean,
Arshad, to be fair, the broadcasters
Now he's
on
going
the
to be scoring
graphics
another 15 extra, by the way.
I have a feeling he won't score any runs.
on this pitch. Hell no.
he'll have to capitalize well on the
If you had
start.
to score about 10 runs, at least
So
25.
Ricky Bhui in this thing would have.
I would have given Ricky Bowie.
Ricky Bowie, if he had
Good
taken
6
that
games,
catch, he would have dubbed it the
that.
catch of the century then, if that's the case. So, okay, Arshad Khan, he had already plied his trade for the Mumbai Indians. This was his 7th IPL game and hails from Gopalganj, not Bihar, in Sioni district in Madhya Pradesh. So, he is a decentish bat, although the numbers in T20Is will not paint a very flattering
Because
picture of it.
even then the graphics that the broadcasters were showing, they were showing him as an all-rounder, which I found a little surprising because he's predominantly a bowler.
But hardly, his average doesn't inspire that much, or neither does his strike rate.
I mean, to be fair, look, he's done a good job today. Strike rate, not great, but he was hanging around with Badoni, got you a
That
couple
was
of
the
crucial
most
boundaries.
important thing. I mean, 8 of 9, he allowed Badoni to play his natural game, and then after that, with 1-2 overs to go, he increased 11 runs of 7 balls. I think that one slice that he hit in the final over of Ishan showed that he can wield a willow.
There is a good batter there somewhere.
Somewhere, and that is why, see, and Arshad Khan, if you look at it, left hand bat and left arm fast is a vital addition. I mean, he can make up for Mohsin's absence, and if he can get the ball to swing, nothing like it. And today, Delhi Capitals were hamstrung by the fact, like you said, I had set the field on the leg side, but you're bowling on the off side.
And see, there's nothing I will ever blame the captain on there. As a bowler, as a cricketer, whatever position you're doing, you have to take some cognizance for your own responsibility. And if you're bowling, if you've set the field and you're bowling it exactly opposite to the field that you've set, then the buck stops with the bowlers. Because then you have no one to blame. I can understand if a catch gets dropped. I can understand if there's a misfield. I can even understand if the batter really pierces the gap. I get all of that. But if you've got a leg side field and you're giving him dollies outside
And
off,
let us be very honest about it. See, Ishant has bowled well in 2 games in this IPL in the death overs. He has bowled well, but if you look at his overall sample size, he was never a death bowler.
even someone like a Mukesh,
Mukesh is struggling big time.
Mukesh came in with that reputation that he could deliver at the end.
Yeah, but he's
But
struggling.
He's again for the second season now. Last season you could say it was a revelation year for him, and he came onto the stage and all. But again, he's got to be assuming responsibility.
and with Mukesh, and this is something I've often noticed, it's not a technical flaw per se, a decent enough bowler for what he does.
Execution.
No, not just execution. If he gets hit a couple of times, he really
confidence.
loses his confidence.
Yeah.
That's the
He
same
just gets
with
battered.
Khalil and him. Both those bowlers, and this is where Delhi as a bowling unit then look even meeker, because both those seamers really don't have the heart, let's say, to be
Take a
weak
bashing.
and then of course come back stronger. That thing doesn't exist.
And again, for the 4th straight game, your end overs have cost you big time. 94 for 7. In 7 overs, you have hit 73.
Okay, before the inning starts, quick predictions now. We were there and thereabouts. Actually, all of us.
Not very far off, really.
Yeah, not far. 10, 12 runs here and there, plus minus. Is what they've got. I was the maximum at 180, which at one point looked impossible. But at the end, the way they batted.
It could have actually gotten there.
Yeah, they could have left the last ball boundary or somewhere there. But, and the least was you with 160.
162.
No, I was the least.
The least.
I was
which also not too
170.
far. Just
Yeah.
5 away. So,
Yeah.
pretty close. But, who had you gone with? I'd gone with LSG.
We had all gone
LSG.
with LSG except.
But now you're changing that?
No chance. I would have changed it if they'd got them for 120, 130.
I mean,
Yes.
at the Ekana, whenever they have crossed 160, LSG have never lost.
KL
while defending.
Rahul, the captain of LSG, has never lost a game defending above 160.
Yes.
And the other thing that LSG have today, because it's really favoring the spinners, they've got Bishnoi, they've got Krunal, and because actually they got Huda for batting,
Yeah.
but who knows, Huda's off spin today with the lefties that Delhi have might just work for them.
Absolutely.
That's not what they actually had in mind. I'm sure they were going to go with the left armer, but I guess today they'll have to make do with it. So
Yep.
they have those spinning options, but now I'm kind of 50-50. Depends on Delhi's.
Start, you would say.
Yeah.
You
top
need
three-
that left-hander
top
at the top to fire.
Top 3. If top 3 get runs, I think Delhi win.
It's
If
actually
they
a
don't,
good
they
game for
struggle.
Shea Hope. Kind of an anchor-like batter, not exactly the most explosive, but not ton of runs. If he bats and lets the others kind of,
You need the Warner of 2016 here. That is the kind of knock on these kind of decks. He would actually take the game away, and then he would stabilize the innings and let others play the natural game.
Correct.
First ball only needed a doctor.
Yes,
Got
Prithvi
it on
Shaw
the hand.
has.
Got it on the hand. Acha, so you're changing?
No.
Delhi. Lucknow.
Lucknow. I'm
I
sticking.
went with Lucknow, but I'm a bit 50-50 on this. But okay, I'll stick with it. What's the harm? Since it's 50-50. Take a question from Shubham Garg. He says, KL's doppelganger was batting today. Wish this version comes up always. Dude has the timing. Has to be the most underachieved cricketer. Most underachieved is a bit harsh. But yeah, I agree with the assessment that he does have everything to accelerate and bat like that. But sometimes chooses not.
He's an underachiever relative to his talent. Okay,
Yeah.
there is a very talented cricketer there, but again, sometimes mentality kind of gets away from him. Big games, he will tend to not, especially in knockout in tournaments, World Cups and whatnot. He does tend to sometimes follow him in the big games. He's an underachiever relative to his talent because there's a talented cricketer there. Oftentimes, mentally is where he's kind of failed.
Okay, two questions. Sarat Chandra is saying DC will win. Harshit sir, be confident. Don't. But Harshit sir will be like that. Even if he's confident, he'll say.
No,
When I asked him, will DC?
See,
He will be in shock.
There is reason to be upset at the halfway stage because 94 for 7, you cannot be giving away those many runs. Simple as that. Again, my problem with the mentality. This is again, you don't have to then game after game or every 3 games go on and remind the world it's a small team. But this is what small teams do. You don't have to do that. You can't be any other bigger team, let's say a CSK or a Mumbai. It's the mentality. You can't give away 70 runs, 8 wickets.
Prakash Jha is saying Mohit ji, only Bhuji fan that he knows. Till 14th over, DC was cruising. How can there be lack of body language? Look, 135 at max. Poor fielding. Absolute brilliant innings from Badoni and Arshad.
True.
Held by some mediocre bowling, I would say.
And the catch that was dropped by Prithvi Shaw.
Yeah. And that was of Arshad's.
Yeah, but still that even Arshad had 10-15 runs less. I mean, the last over cost you nearly 12-13. Who knows what could have happened?
Arshad is getting the ball to move in very nicely.
Yeah.
Very, very nicely.
One thing that KL actually said at the toss is that there's going to be no dew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which
That's
is
right.
then not too much of a disadvantage to their bowlers. Okay, final comment, and this is from Piyush Nandre. He says, Nikhil sir, I did predict 168, and also Stoinis will fall against Kuldeep. Good call there.
Very
Stoinis
good.
falling against Kuldeep, yeah, I kind of expected. Just looks clueless
Yeah.
against spinners. 168, he went 169.
I had predicted 170.
Oh, no,
He
169.
predicted
He played a 169.
Very good.
Yeah.
What is Stoinis doing? I don't know.
8 run, 10 balls.
He does-
Also, I think also I'll partly blame LSG because they're not using him as a bowler at all. And considering it's a sluggish wicket, his WWs would be useful.
Maybe let's
Then
see
get,
today.
you've got Myers, right, in your team.
Yeah, you got Mayer.
Yeah, even Kyle Mayer.
You've got
Bring him then.
you
If you're
got
not going to use him as a bowler, Stoinis.
He's a good bowler.
He is, but I'm saying if you're not looking at bowling at all.
But then you got the other guy, Gavaka Government Part 2. Even he's also there in the team. Shamar.
He's-
Shamar Joseph. Yes.
But Shamar,
talking about?
but Shamar, you drop Naveen. I think Naveen's done all right.
No, I mean, see, the only guy who can be chopped off from the LSG team, the overseas, is Marcus Stoinis, unfortunately.
But if you're dropping Marcus, you need a batter. So
They don't have a
Unless you
batter.
play Huda in the team, and Huda again wastes his opportunity.
terrible
There
no.
was a chance
Yeah.
right, to get those runs. What a
10 of
stupid-
13.
Stupid shot.
10 of
Indeed.
13, no boundaries.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's okay. See, he came in that situation, I'm fine. But at least, but then the shot that he plays.
Was terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
As
He
usual.
consolidated and then back like Badoni towards the death. I would have understood.
Your muddle order 3-8-0-10. That's the problem for LSG. Somewhere down the line, as the tournament progresses on, better teams will hit that weakness. 3-8-0-10.
Yeah, but out of one of them is Puran.
It took a great ball. It took a brilliant
But
ball
he's
today to
not
dismiss
always going to be
Puran.
out like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I mean, who you can say that about is Devdutt Patikal, who at this point is living on borrowed time.
How I can't understand.
Enough chance.
Huh? Exactly.
Before this game only he had
Who's
enough
put the
chance.
rumal on his chair?
Somebody else.
Really? Yes. And there is
Okay, so they start with an
another spinner, yes. With
What
the longest
another?
run
They
up.
started with the fast one.
Yeah. The longest run up. Spinner with the longest run up. Oh.
But he does tend to get an interesting bit of drift because I think he comes from that weird kind
For a
of
pace
side
bowler,
on-
swing here. Drift is for a spinner.
But then he is a spinner.
He gets a lot of drift. I mean, Manivaran Siddharth is a left arm slow pacer.
swing.
He can swing it. But by the way, no M. Siddharth today because
And
Obviously.
Mayank Dagger is just a medium pacer with a short runner.
the greatest of them, Harmeet Singh, bowling from the side screen all the way, he'll run in 115 kmph back of
Cutters.
hand. Cutter.
Shot.
Come on, Prithvi Shaw. Come on, Harshad. Cheer him
Has to
here.
score 15 extra today.
But what is his base and 15 extra?
30 runs and 15
That
extra.
his base can never be determined.
Ay.
That he's that volatile a player. Can give you 50, can give you 5, can give you zilch.
Okay. Okay, so LSG 3 and DC 1. We'll see you at the match end. From all of us, it's bye.
Let's see if
you.
they can break their duck against.
Oh, yeah, actually.
They've never won against
Never won.
LSG. Yeah.
All 3 matches, LSG.
That be a record they'll share with a lot of.
Because LSG broke the duck against GT.
Actually, KKR would probably be one of those teams. Never beaten LSG.
Why haven't they beaten them one? I think it's 1-2 in
Yes,
favor,
1-2.
right?
Right. We've never beat them in last games of the season.
Oh, yes. 1 run, 3 runs.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.